You are wrong. You are not failing because of your competition. You're not failing because of your product, and you're not failing because of the market. You are failing because you don't know how to sell. Today we're going to go into mindset, questions, transactions, ownership, resilience, and teach you the way to sell on a beginning level. Let's get into it. First thing, mindset. Now, I've talked a lot about this when talking about building businesses and starting businesses and how people and entrepreneurs say, oh, only a select few can do it. The reason they say this is basically the mindset. Your mindset is weak, okay? You're not preparing. You're not making it ironclad, because sales is confidence in yourselves, okay? Especially the very first sale you do. If you're learning to sell, that very first sale, the moment you get it done, that is the moment you tell yourself that you can do this. You need to sell like you've sold 100 jobs, 1,000 jobs, 10,000 jobs. Your confidence should never waver, especially based on what a client tells you, because you can't get wavered by something one person says or one rejection. Now, you need confidence in yourself. How do you get confidence in yourself? Well, don't be a donut. You need to practice. You need to actually practice sales. You need to practice scripts. You need to know the art of psychology. You need to know how to talk to people. You need to stand up straight. You need to be put together. You need to look nice. There's a lot of things that go into a sell. Now, I believe confidence comes from sticking to your word and doing what you really know you need to do. Confidence, especially in the business side, comes from research. Sometimes people are scared about giving the price. You shouldn't be scared about giving the price if you've done research on your competition, research on your customers. Then you should know that your price is completely right. So why are you nervous? Just give the client the price, and it'll take itself from there, because you've done your research, you know you're in the ballpark, you know what that price relates to your service, and the value should always be higher than the price given. That way they're always happy with the end result, okay? Going into, you talk too much. Guys, we're not trying to sell the person, especially if we've already gotten a quote scheduled. We're not trying to sell, we're trying to solve. We're trying to solve the issue. You can't solve the issue if all you're doing is telling them why your product is the best, okay? Shut up and listen. It's this simple. You need to understand the art of discovery and asking questions. Have they worked with a company before? Okay, what did they like? What did they not like? What are their priorities? You need to know this about them, because you might think you're coming for one thing and realize that you need to solve something else that they're not even thinking about. You are the problem solver. And you can't do that if they don't talk at all, okay? I talk 20% of the time at a job. I introduce myself, hey, so lovely to meet you, put in a face to a name, and you just ask questions. How long have you been here? Have you ever had this before? Like the questions we're talking about. And you need to get your questions. I would make an SOP, a standard of procedure, which is basically a list of how you interact with your clients, like step by step. So like introductions, and then the questions that you want to ask that are going to give you all the information to solve the problem and to understand how you can best help your client. Now, I'm in the business of pressure washing and window cleaning, and a statement that I use to lower customers' guards down, to get more honest answers out of them, is to take back the I'm trying to sell, and do it so being like, hey, it's so lovely to meet you. Let's take a lap around the house. Let's stare at whatever they called me for, and let's see if I can actually help you with this, okay? Framing it as let's see if I can actually help you, and not me pushing to sell, means that they're going to be a little more honest, because they're not expecting to be hammered with, oh, this is the best product, you need to buy this, you need to buy this, you need to buy this, okay? People want to buy, but knowing that you're being sold to is a tricky thing, and so you just want to come off with care and answering questions wholeheartedly and understanding the answers so you can understand the problem you are called to solve. Next, you're only viewed as a transaction. Guys, this is such a big one. This is leaning on a little bit more advanced, but you need to understand that engagement and linking basically means building a relationship. Relationships kill objections. Guys, if you're viewed as a transaction, if you call me or email me and you're like, I have 10 windows, I need a quote for them, and I email back, it'll be $100. Does Thursday work for you? Do you know who I am? Do you know anything about my company? Do I know anything about you? No, that's a transaction, versus building a relationship would be, if someone sent that, and it would be, that's so awesome to hear, it's so lovely to meet you, XYZ, whoever they are. We actually do all of our quotes in person. I would love to come out and put a face to a name, go around the property with you, count up the windows, get you a price, and when that's squared away, we'll get you scheduled. That's more personal. That's leading them to have to meet you. Then you have to be, put together, look nice, clean cut, all of that, because like it or not, appearances matter a ton. People judge you on appearance, and you need to be put together and understand that your image, how you look at yourself in the mirror, is how other people see you, okay? And if you want it to change how you look, okay? Obviously, you can only do so much, but you can get in shape, if you can be clean cut, that's great. It goes a long way, especially in the service industry. Now, take ownership for yourself. Some of you are like, oh, it's a slow season. Take ownership for yourself. Obviously, if you do pressure washing, you have no business in the winter. Yeah, that makes sense. But you could also add on something to the winter if you're always complaining about not having enough money. And that is your own fault. You need to have self-awareness and understand that everything that is happening to you in sales is your fault. You are underprepared. You don't have a good mindset. You don't know how to sell. You don't know how to help these people. It is a disservice to your customers that you don't know how to sell, because that is your job. How do you not know how to sell if you're a salesman? That's embarrassing. A lot of this comes down to thinking about, how do I help this client? How do I treat them how I would want to be treated? And instead of constantly battering them with numbers and selling, when really all you need to do is shut up and listen and take care of them. Next is resilience and attitude. Be happy. Look like you actually enjoy your job, because if you don't, you should just quit. But you need to understand that most people are scared of failure and rejection. I am not scared of either of these things. I am scared of quitting. Failure, this is one of the biggest reasons why I have grown a 6-figure business in under a year. And it's because I'm not scared of failing. I take action every day and I fail every day. But I don't quit. I keep trying, and I have made a business so successful so quickly because of that. Now, rejection. I understand, yes, people are scared of this. Get over it. You get rejected if you don't ask. Like, I don't know how to get that through your head. Are you that ridiculous? Like, you should quit sales immediately if you can't even ask questions, because you automatically assume they're going to say no. Oh, they're already spending so much money, they don't need to buy anything more. You're a donut. You are so unfathomably idiotic for not asking questions based on your perception of what they're going to say to you. Getting rejected is a confirmed no. Not asking is a potential yes. I don't care if it's a 1% yes. That 1% yes could be an extra $1,000. And you're leaving it on the table because you won't even ask. Get over this. Don't be scared of rejection. I get rejected every day. I do quotes, phone calls, texts, emails every single day. I get rejected every day. It happens because every single job I try to upsell. You can't keep upselling. You're going to get stopped eventually. Okay? It's that simple. These are the 5 pillars of selling for beginners. Unlock your mindset. Work on yourself. Understand you talk too much. Ask more questions. Understand that you're not selling, you're solving. You're only viewed as a transaction. You're not building a relationship with a client. You don't take ownership for yourself. You don't have any self-awareness. And you have no resilience, and your attitude is crappy, which means no one wants to talk to you. You're afraid of failure, and you're afraid of rejection. Guys, I hope this helps you. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace out. Quick break from the video, guys. We're going to talk about the new course that just dropped, how to start a 6-figure service business. It's 21 videos, 4.5 hours of content. Starts with building your mindset all the way to start that foundation and get you to have paying clients and make over 6 figures your first year, just like I have. This course is a blueprint. This is my path. I am giving you the layout of the mistakes that I made in building bridges across, so all you do is skyrocket. The link is in the description below in my YouTube channel or in my Instagram channel if you're interested at all. It'll change your life. Let's get back to the video. I have advice from my own mentors and coaches, which are salesmen and business owners worth millions of dollars to hundreds of millions of dollars. And these are one-on-one interactions I've had that I have implemented into this course. I've talked to you about mindset, niche selection, branding, equipment, marketing, filling the funnel, systems and registration, objection handling, and more. Guys, these are just topics of single videos in this course, and there's 21 of them.